I think it's time to finally sit down and make sure that this letter gets to you, because I know that where you are in life right now, you're really needing the encouragement. I know that you're confused about where life has taken you and maybe even a little bit frustrated because you're not there yet. I'm going to tell you something that you don't want to hear right now, that you're tired of hearing, that you're tired of seeing, that you're tired of thinking about. But it is so important that you continue to be patient with the timing of your life, because you are where you need to be right now. And of course, if you feel like we don't align, you can always take your subscription back. But anyway, I will see you guys next week, hopefully. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys are staying fearless. I will see you guys next week, hopefully. I will see you guys next week, hopefully.
Why the f you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop lying.
Okay, I know that I have a lot of explaining to do, but I can't do it in this video because I want to keep the concept of this video intact, and you guys know that I will talk your ear off if given the chance. I have a really hard time with imposter syndrome. I started this video back in January and I wanted to release it for my birthday in February because I wanted to release something very meaningful and powerful for myself and for whoever might need it. And I really stand by what you guys saw at the beginning, but that last clip, whenever I was editing it back, every time I would go back, I started to feel more and more like it was giving me intense motivational YouTube video vibes. That's not what I wanted to go for. And the reality is that the idea and concept I had in my head and everything that I worked on in pre-production wanted clips and editing that I just don't have the skill set for yet. So that's why a lot of it is stock footage. When I stopped editing this video initially, I was going to scrap the whole thing because I was like, what's the purpose of me trying to edit this if it's just going to look like another motivational video on the internet using somebody else's footage. And even though this might not be everybody's cup of tea, I decided to do a little spin on it and just kind of tell you guys what I was aiming for in this video. There's a video on my channel if you're interested in watching where I actually wrote a letter to my younger self, and it was very powerful for me, and I think it really showed in the story overall in the video, the way that it came together. And so this time I wanted to do it almost the same but from a different perspective because I feel like I'm in such a different place now. And I just made this connection recently. It was after my birthday actually, and so I think that that's why all of these things happened the way that they did, and I wasn't able to upload this video when I originally wanted to because I needed to make this breakthrough in therapy before I continued to make this video. For the longest time, I would share details of my traumas and the things that I went through. I would share all of the details of everything that happened to me to anybody who would listen because I wanted to be seen. I wanted for somebody to know how much pain I was in and how much pain all of that trauma caused me. And I do believe that I had the victim mentality for a long time. And I think that I needed to be in that place to start my healing. And I think that at that time, it was the start of my inner child starting to take care of herself and fend for herself because I was finally in a place safe enough to start healing and tending to my own wounds. The best way that I can describe this experience or how I've been able to work through this experience is that I feel like I had such a tight grip on younger Natalie, because that wounded part of me was all that I knew. And it became a part of me, you know? So everything that I was doing was in an effort to try to help her and try to take care of her and help her heal and move on from all of those things that happened. But it was such an intense, almost like toxic hold that it didn't allow me to think about my future self. And I don't think that I had started thinking about Natalie from the future, like really thinking about Natalie from the future, until I had Jude. Because there are lessons that I would have never learned had I not become a mother. I'm in this place now where parenting has not only reflected back to me the parts of me that are still unhealed, but I think parenthood has also helped me in a weird way start to heal my inner child in the way that I needed to. It's also helped me to kind of just like let go little by little of little Natalie, because before it was like I just need somebody to take care of me. Nobody took care of me. I'm so hurt and so fragile, and please hold on to me. But now I feel so much more stronger on my own, taking care of myself. I feel secure just by myself, but I also feel I care about myself so much that I have made sure to have a strong support system by me who makes me feel heard. I just feel more safe in my own decisions and the paths that I've decided to take in life. And I don't even know how to explain it any better, but I feel like I can trust who I am right now. And I think that Natalie, 18 to like 25, I think she was really healing from her wounds and letting it still define her. And now it's more like, okay, I learned what I needed to learn, but I'm ready to move on. I don't want to carry this for 10 more years, you know? All of this has been triggered by becoming a mom. And so now I feel like since I'm starting to let go of little Natalie, I've started to think about me in the future. And I think that that's such a beautiful thing. And so that's why I wanted to make a video of what I feel like would make me feel comfort from my future self. So let's talk about it. I think that what I would need to hear from my future self right now is reassurance that I do get to that place of confidence that I'm looking for. And I do get to that place of self-worth where I understand that I am loved simply because I am loved, not because somebody feels bad for me or because they want to get something off of me, and that I understand that I am worthy of everything that I have. I struggle a lot with that. So I struggle a lot with believing that Ricardo is with me because he loves me. I struggle with the fact that he is so good to me simply because he loves me. Because growing up, I didn't have an example. I didn't have a healthy example of what a relationship should look like, what a healthy relationship should look like. So I struggle a lot with, like, when he's good to me, I'm like, what did you do? Or, you know, stuff like that. But the reality is that I've always deserved a good husband and somebody who loves me the way that he loves me. So my future self will be telling me, hey, he does love you, and it's not because of pity, it's not because of he owes you something or because you guys have this history, it's because he genuinely loves who you are as a woman. And I struggle a lot with this too when it comes to friendships, and we've talked about this before, but I think I also self-sabotage in friendships because I struggle with my worth. My future self is going to have really strong foundational friendship. Really, I think it just comes back to self-worth. That's my biggest wound, right? Like, that's the thing that I continue to work on in therapy, and it affects everything, because not only does it affect my feelings around my relationships, but it also affects my confidence when it comes to my career. We've talked about this before, but I'm getting more and more comfortable vocalizing to people that this is what I want my career to be. And I always say that I want to be a content creator because I'm so afraid of saying that I want to be an influencer, because I have this inner belief that I am not worthy enough, because I've never seen anybody who looks like me, who comes from where I come from, who is around me that does what I want to do. And so I think that that also plays a role into me feeling like I'm not deserving of having a career like this. And that's not true, because I really do believe that God got me and I don't have to work myself to the ground in order to be deserving of what I want. And another thing is that I really don't believe that I have to look a certain way in order to make this happen. But these are all insecurities of mine that I need to work through in order to make this happen, because I start to think these beliefs and then I start to get in my own way. There was a time when I literally would work anywhere. I would try anything because I wasn't afraid, because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get the job, because I wasn't thinking so much about, am I worthy enough? But this whole YouTube thing, this whole influencer thing is so out of my community that it's intimidating, that I start to think of all the reasons why I can't instead of thinking about the reasons why I can. And I talked about this in therapy as well, but Jennifer, which is my therapist, she asked me a question that I'm going to be asking myself every single time, but she says, what version of you do you want to win? Do you want the version of you that says that you can't do this to be right? Or do you want the smaller version that you feel inside of you that says that you can do this, that you have everything that you need to do this to win? And the reality is that I want the version of me who feels almost a little delusional to win, because I am deserving. If I put in the work, why wouldn't I be deserving? Even if I didn't put in the work, I am deserving. I'm saying that right now, but again, I struggle with that mentality a lot. I know my future self will also be able to tell me that I have understood that I have always been worthy regardless of what my body looks like. Because right now, as you guys know, I struggle a lot with the idea that I'm not allowed to take up space because I am not in a smaller body. And I will say that I'm starting to feel a lot more confident in taking up space than before, but it's not exactly to the level that I would like. So I know that my future self is going to be telling me, girl, I'm not gonna even tell you what your body looks like right now, because that doesn't matter. What matters is that you're wearing what you want to wear, you go to anywhere people invite you to, you feel good in your own skin regardless. That feels really far-fetched right now, but compared to where my mind was before I started therapy, before I got my eating disorder diagnosis, I think I have really made a lot of progress, and it would be very silly of me to say that I haven't made any progress at all since that first day. So who am I to say that I can't make more progress? And I think the last thing would be just knowing that I am a good mom, because it does come also down to self-worth. This one is really fresh, so I have a lot of work to do in this department, but I know that my future self will tell me that I was able to find the balance between pouring into my own cup and pouring into Jude's cup, because that's something that I really struggle with. And really, those are the only things that are coming to me right now, but I know that I'm still going to be married to my husband, and I'm going to have a beautiful relationship with my daughter. My friendships are going to be stronger than ever. I am going to be having this as my career and more, because I have other ideas planned. Honestly, all of the materialistic things that you would see on a vision board or anything like that, I just know that it's gonna be there for me. And I'm really trying to remember that I don't have to figure out the how, because I know that he's always there supporting me, the universe is always there supporting me, and the universe will always provide because the universe has provided. Like I said, I don't even know how we ended up in this house, but we did, and we are doing well. We've created such a beautiful life, materialistic things aside. Everything else is just a bonus, and I know that that's going to continue in my future. So this is not how I thought this part of the video was gonna end up. I didn't expect to be talking this much, but realistically, how am I not? Because I always talk so much. I would love to hear down below what kind of reassurance you would need from your future self, and also what's one thing that you would like to tell your younger self or your inner child. So you heard all of my reassurances that I need from my future self, but the thing that I would like to tell my inner child is that you have everything necessary inside of you to start healing. You don't need to latch on to anything external to fill the void that's inside of you. What's that quote? Like, you can't heal internal wounds with external something. I don't remember, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Okay, ya me voy. Thank you so much for staying tuned for this video. Staying tuned. Thank you so much for watching this video if you got this far. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are staying fearless. I don't know when I'll be uploading the next video, but it will be sooner than the gap between my last video and this video. I love you guys so much. I'll see you later, and have a good night. Bye.